Hey, so this is going to be my 22-week update, and as you can see, I am in the bathroom again because it's just way too hot upstairs. I have had the fan on all day and it doesn't seem to be cooling down because it is so hot up there. Excuse me. It's just blowing hot air around the room, so it's just circulating hot air. I might try what a few people have suggested of freezing a tea towel, put it over the fan so it blows cool air out. But I guess it doesn't matter really doing it in here for now. It's a bit of a nice plain background, and as you can see, I look, if it stops going in my face, I look a little more presentable today. And that is because I took Blossom to Biddulph by the Sea, is it called? Today. It's like a little fair that they have in our local town once a year, where they have like a big blow up, what you'd normally use for a ball pit, but huge, absolutely huge, and they fill it with sand, and then they have like donkeys, they have bouncy castles, kids rides, you know, all that kind of stuff, like a little fair. And I thought, it's very, very rare I wear makeup now. It's very rare I have my hair done or anything, because I just feel so lousy and I just don't care anymore while I'm pregnant. So it's not that often that I make an effort, and I thought, well, it's only once a year, so I may as well make an effort today for Blossom. So I took her down there before she went to her dad's, and she really enjoyed it. I also don't tend to wear makeup anymore because a lot of the time it gives me really bad migraines. I mean, luckily, touch wood, today it hasn't yet. And also, as you can see, I've not got my glasses on today either. And that also causes migraines when I don't have them on. So I've had two, like my makeup and not have my glasses on, and I've been okay. Fingers crossed at the moment. Can't see very well, but hey ho. Anyway, less about that and more about pregnancy. So I have felt like, I don't know, I was going to say I felt like I've grown this week. There doesn't physically look much difference on pictures and videos in regards to my bump, but I feel like everything's moved a little higher up. I feel quite breathless, like I get breathless when I'm slouching, sitting down, because obviously my uterus is now a lot higher up and it feels like it's pressing up on my lungs. I'm still suffering really bad with the SPD. I had about 5 days where I was off my crutches because for some reason when I was playing this Pokemon Go, it seemed to make it a little bit better. I think because I was doing so much walking that it actually got a bit better, and then yesterday I was back on my crutches again because it went bad again. But I did feel like I needed my crutches today, but I didn't want to really take them out, taking Blossom out, because I wouldn't be able to carry any of the stuff, so I just about managed without them, but it was horrible. Ash is at work now and he has been all day. That's why I'm actually doing my update kind of on time this week. I don't know if I just said, I think I said I was 22 weeks. I didn't say exactly how many days. Well, I'm 22 plus 3. Normally I don't do my update till 20, like, you know, the day before the next week. But I thought, seeing as though Ashley isn't here, I've got the house to myself and I've got nothing else to do now. I've cleaned all the house. I haven't got any orders for my business now today, so I thought may as well do the video. Makes sense. So yeah, I've been getting acid really bad still at night. As soon as I lay down, it's there coming up my throat. It's just horrible. I tried to take anti-acid tablets and it doesn't really work at all. Same old, same old. So I've been trying to have a lot more ice pops because they seem to help for a short while and they keep me hydrated, because I will admit I do not drink enough. I don't drink nowhere near as much as I should be doing. So by having lots and lots of ice pops, I'm not only helping my acid, I'm actually helping myself to hydrate myself without having to force myself to have a drink. So I like the taste of them anyway. My hair's been getting more, well, can't really see it too much now because I washed it a few hours ago, but it still keeps getting wavy, and I've got this kink in my hair, which is quite annoying. My skin seems fine now. I feel like my belly's becoming very tight and stretchy now. I've been having a lot of Braxton Hicks. That's something I need to discuss as well. I was having bouts where I was getting really, really painful ones, and people were telling me it's not normal for them to be painful. You need to see somebody, you need to get checked out. So I ended up trying to ring my midwife, and yet again I could not get in touch with her. So I decided to ring the doctors and said, is there anybody else who I can speak to? They give me the number to the community midwife office. I spoke to a lady from there, and then a lady called Francesca rang me back after I spoke to somebody there, and she suggested that I just see how it goes on. She promised she'd get my midwife to ring me back the next day to make an appointment, maybe do a urine test and see if I got like a water infection or something, because she said sometimes that can cause contractions, painful contractions if you've got an infection of some sort. So I thought, okay then, I waited. Next day came, my midwife didn't ring me back. I tried to ring it again and still nothing. So I rang my doctors, and my doctor said that she wasn't even though I'd been told that she was. And I think apparently she's only in one day a week, and I thought, what is the point in doing it if you're only in 1 day a week? It's just ridiculous in my opinion. So yeah, anyway, I ended up making an appointment with the GP because I didn't really want to leave it any longer, and I didn't want to go to the maternity assessment unit and waste their time if it turned out to be something silly. So I thought, I'll just see my own GP, and if he feels that I need to go there, then he'll send me, and if he doesn't, then he won't. I explained everything to my doctor because that day I'd had 2 bouts, more that lasted about 4 minutes each, and they were very, very painful. It gets to the point where I have to get on my knees on the floor and I have to take deep breaths, do breathing exercises. I'm like moaning, I'm nearly crying. To me, it doesn't really seem normal. I know people say they can get more painful with the second baby, but going from having none at all and them not even being painful in any way with my first, I can't see them going from that to being the severity that they are now. So I explained it all to my doctor, and you never guess what he did. Gave me laxatives. And I was like, what are laxatives going to do? And he says, well, they'll help your bowels to become loose. And I was like, but there's nothing wrong with my bowels. It's not my bowels that are the problem. I said to him, I went this morning, I said, I think I know if it was my bowels. I mean, I suffer from IBS, so I know more than know when there's something wrong with my stomach or my bowels. I can tell the difference. You just know your own body. You know what's what, don't you? And I know that them pains were not coming from my backside. They were coming from inside my uterus and down near my cervix. I've had a child before, I've been through it all before, I know exactly how it feels, like contraction type pains, and that was definitely not anything to do with my bowels. Anyway, he wouldn't have none of it, and he says, well, come back if it gets any worse. So I feel like I'm just going round in circles. I don't know what to do anymore. I've been lucky, I've not had any today. I usually get them in the morning, so hopefully they have started to subside now, but we'll just see. I mean, if push comes to shove, I might have to end up going to MAU if they carry on and just say, look, I'm sorry, I don't want to waste your time, but you know, I've seen GPs, I've spoken to midwives, and nobody's seeming to help me, and you just know when something's not right with your own body. And I don't want anything to happen to my son because of their negligence. So yeah, it's been quite a hectic week this week. I've been putting on a lot more weight. Oh, I weighed myself. I haven't done the measurements, but I weigh now 10 stone 4 pounds. If you just give me one, I'll just go measure myself now actually. Right, so I've just been upstairs and measured myself, and I am 39.5 inches around my belly. So I've grown a lot. I am pretty sure I was only 36 or 37 last time. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. Please tell me if I am. But, so yeah, I have grown around my belly, and I think last time I weighed myself, which was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was 9 stone 14, so I've actually put on like 5 pounds. So yeah, I put on a little bit more than I would have liked to have done, because I'm aiming to not put more than £2 a week on. But the same thing happened with my daughter, and I didn't have a lot of water. I had a biggish baby anyway, because she was £8.11, so it could just be that I'm having another big baby, or it could be that, you know, I've got a lot of water. Sorry about the creaking, I'm just like moving myself into position. So yeah, there's not been that much change from last time. I've been very hungry all the time. I'm wanting to eat just all the time. I'm just so hungry. I just want to eat and eat and eat. I've started to get a craving for chocolate eclairs this week. For those of you who don't know what they are, they're like a cream cake, like a cake with chocolate over the top, and then they're filled with like fresh cream. Oh my god, they're so nice. I eat them every day. And roasted peanuts as well. Been liking them, so at least something a little healthy, although peanuts are quite bad for putting weight on, so that could be the culprit, plus the cake's why I am putting more weight on than I should be. But sometimes I think, you know, I'm pregnant, I'm not going to be pregnant forever, I may as well indulge in these things and eat whatever I want when I can now, because I mean, I'm going to put weight on, I'm going to get big anyway, so it doesn't matter if I gain a few more pounds than say if I would if I ate extra healthy, because either way I'm going to look fat at the end, as I say, so it doesn't really matter. And I mean, I can lose the weight after, and I mean with Blossom, within a few days of giving birth, I went from 13 stone back down to 8 stone 3, so, and that was without even trying. I mean, I breastfed her and breastfeeding this one, and I think it does take a lot out of you when you're breastfeeding. It burns a lot of calories just from sitting there breastfeeding. I'm sure it's like 500 calories or something a day you burn just from feeding your baby. So, you know, and also babies are hard work, and now I'm going to have a toddler, well not a toddler, a young child and a baby. I'm just going to be non-stop up moving about, so I'm sure I'll lose it in no time anyway. But yeah, there's not really been a big deal else. I've been getting swollen feet, but it has been really hot this week over in the UK, like really hot. It's been like 30 degrees in Celsius, and that is just dreadful for here. Well, not dreadful for here, but that is classed as really hot for over here, so I think that's why I've been getting a lot of swollen feet, and my feet seem to hurt really bad after I've been standing up for a few minutes, so that's another annoying thing. My sex drive has gone completely. I'm just not interested in anything in that aspect whatsoever. I'm sure that my partner doesn't really appreciate that, but it's tough. I mean, I'm not going to do something just because they want to, because it's not right, and I know that he wouldn't want me to do that. So, I mean, but I fluctuated a lot like this with Blossom, where it come and go, so I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, it's more of a big deal to the man than it probably is to me. But it's one of them things. My hair doesn't seem to be any different. It still gets greasy really quickly. I mean, how it feels right now is the same as how it'd feel the day after I washed it, and I only washed it a few hours ago, so it's getting dry. I was hoping it'd go all nice, lovely again, but that doesn't seem to be happening at all. I don't really think I've got that pregnancy glow, as they say. I don't feel like I'm looking like I'm glowing or anything like that. I think I just look rough and horrible all the time, apart from today. So, yeah, I'll try to. I wish I could update you on more, but I'd just be repeating myself, and if there's nothing to update on that's changed, there's nothing changed. So I've tried to explain everything I can, and there's not much else that's any different at the moment. And I have been chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting, so I shall do the belly shot and then I'll let you go. Right, so got quite a flowy dress on today, as you can see. So there it is. And it's hard to get this dress to stay up. And there's the bump, as you can see. Side. On the front, as you can see, my belly button's flat now. It's starting to actually pop out there. Where I've had my piercings, they're getting really sore here and here now as they're stretching. Yeah, I can't really turn that way very well. But yeah, that's my 22-week bump, and it does look a lot smaller on this video than it is in real life, but here you go. I don't know whether it's growing much or not, you tell me, and I shall see you next week. Bye.